How you doing today, folks? I come to you with the myth, the legend, the Benchmade Freek, or Super Freek, the M4 variant of the Freek. Now, this knife is brand spanking new, so you might ask, why am I doing a review on a knife that has never been used? Because I was intending on having one knife of the one Super Freek as a beater and the other one as kind of a dress EDC knife. This is a damn pretty knife. So long story short, I still have my beater. It's actually being sharpened because M4 is a nightmare to sharpen. I tried and I kind of screwed this knife up a little bit. So that has been sent out to a professional sharpener to be sharpened, which I am not. I am decent, but M4 just beat me up. But this is the original one, or excuse me, the second one that I purchased as a dress knife, which has this anodized thumb stud, courtesy of Benchmade, to match these anodized back spacers and this anodized liner. And I just want to say that I love this knife. However, the more I've used it and the more I've grown attached and beat up my other one, and the more the black started to scrub off and the more it created an interesting pattern, and the softer this G10 got and the more it molded into my hands, every time I pick up this fresh brand new one, it's just not the same. So this is actually being sold to a buddy of mine on the Discord channel for $125. It's a $200 knife, but I do love you guys very much, and I definitely try to hook you up whenever I possibly can. So this one, complete with the original thumb stud, if I can find it, and definitely this anodized one, is going to be shipped out very, very soon. So with all that being said, my thoughts on this knife are overwhelmingly positive. I wish I could show you and review the original one that I had, but this is also a fair comparison because this is what it is out of the box. This has barely even been flipped. The access lock is not fully broken in. You can open it about like that and then push it the rest of the way. Now, if you use a bit of wrist, you can definitely get it out, but it does take that because this access lock is not even broken in. When I say brand new, I mean this knife has been flipped probably 15 times and then put in a case. This is brand new, never been cut, never carried, never anything. But that beater knife that I had, man, the ergonomics are absolutely wonderful. Now, I'm not really a huge fan of black blades or coated blades in general until I actually got this knife. M4 is a notoriously corrosion-based steel. It's just, man, you can look at it wrong and it's going to rust. If you look at it with a bit of moisture in your thoughts, it's going to rust. It's just ridiculous. I've had some nightmare experiences with M4, but this coated version, man, you got to protect this edge right here, and you got to protect this little laser edge. Sorry, I'm flipping you guys off. You got to protect this little laser etching because this is all the actual steel. But everything else, like, oh my God, man. I beat this knife up, man. I have pride with this knife. I have cut through things you should not cut through. It just kept on coming. It just kept on coming to no end, man. I basically treated this knife as a bushcrafting knife, and it's a folder. I have batoned with this knife and did not cut my hand off. Now, I did not baton hard because it's a folding knife and this access lock will snap for sure. But I have lightly batoned with this knife, to be very specific, and it kept on going. This is just an absolute workhorse. Oh my God. And the ergonomics are just an absolute dream. Again, I have bigger hands, right? So like the way I hold stuff, my pinky almost always hangs off the edge. But this has this little bit of choke up piece, which is still away from the blade. So I can sit there and I can have the full handle and be able to hold it comfortably. There's no hot spots. There's literally nothing. Man, the access lock breaks in so well. And I keep flipping this new one and I keep missing my old one, man. I just, the action is broken in so wonderfully. This just does not come close to qualifying. But man, if you're watching this, buddy, who I sold this to, please give it time. You know, just It will break in. It is an absolutely wonderful knife. I literally have no complaints about this besides aesthetic pieces. So with that being said, let's get into some of the actual pieces of it. This is a 3.6-inch blade. I'm actually not sure the overall length of it, but I'll definitely do some size comparisons for you guys. This is a PM2. So as you can see, it is similarly sized to the PM2. It is just a little bit bigger, but not by much. It's definitely a full-size knife, but it carries really well. This is the Custom Knife Factory Muscle. It's definitely bigger or smaller than the Muscle, but not by all that much. You would think it'd be a lot smaller than the Muscle. Well, it looks a lot smaller when you change the aspect ratio. Okay, it's a lot smaller than the Muscle. Ignore me. But it is definitely a full-size knife. This is the Benchmade Griptilian. This is the full-size model. It's just a little bit bigger than the Griptilian, which to me makes it absolutely perfect. Because I love this knife, but it's just a little bit too small, man. There's just a little bit more blade and a little bit more handle. It'd be perfect. And then comes a super freak, the M4 Freek, again, just the legend. I always have this knife in my pocket. This is my backup knife. When I say backup knife, because I carry not pocket jewelry, man, but definitely some more expensive pieces that if they get chipped and broken to pieces, I will care. This is a big, beastly, bruisery knife, but if I chipped this beautiful mirror edge or this gorgeous harpoon blade, I would care. I would be so upset. This is the knife that I take out to, again, to pry with, to cut up cans with, to do any number of stupid things you should not do with a pocket knife or with a bladed tool, period. But it holds up. Man, my original one I pre-ordered. I literally received it the same day they were released. It's been used, it's been tested, and it just needed to be sharpened after like a year and a half, maybe a year. I'm not too sure on the time frame, but a long time. The edge just now needed to be sharpened. And then it wasn't even dull. It just had certain little chips here and there, and it was just kind of starting to bother me. It was almost looking serrated, but the pieces that weren't chipped were still sharp. M4 is an absolutely crazy steel. The heat treat on this knife is unreal. As you can tell, I'm just absolutely glowing about this knife. But again, I'm glowing about my user. What this comes from the box, the access lock just takes a bit too long to break in, at least for this model. The Griptilian I had, it'll drop, no problems. Flick out, no problems. Again, I use a little bit of wrist, but it's not because it actually needs it, just because it's just a force of habit. This will get there, but it's gonna take some time. It took me probably a month of almost constant use to break this knife in. So it's definitely a bit of a journey to get it there, but damn if the destination is not sweet. I'm sorry, I keep getting off track here. So again, the handles are G10. They are beautiful. It has this very interesting kind of mosaic looking pattern with the G10. Has these gray pieces put into it. Oh, damn. Wonder how that happened. Again, this has never been carried, so I don't know how that got there. Okay. Interesting. Wonder if that got dropped somewhere. All right, off topic. Anyways, it has this slight texturing, which you can kind of hear, which just gives you a little bit of added grip. There's a light contouring, but it's very light, it's very subtle, and it just molds into your hands absolutely perfectly. The blades has this wonderful little sharpening choil, so you really get to maximize your cutting power. I just don't have anything bad to say about this. I'm trying to have something bad to say about it, but I just don't. Aesthetically wise, like it has this red liners to it. I wish there's a little bit more red on the actual knife itself. Now, just the red liners, it's a nice little pop, But I just wish maybe it was like a red piece right here, or maybe a pivot or something like that. Just something to kind of all tie it in, or maybe some red screws, or any number of things. But like that's just absolutely nitpicky, because even just this little pop just adds so much to it. And again, with these little thumb studs that I had Benchmade anodize and send to me, it just adds it up. So with all that being said, what is my opinion on this knife? Man, honestly, I'm going to give this 100. Now, this is not an unboxing. This is not a first impression. This is me beating the crap out of this. At one point in time, I tried taking this knife to failure, and I couldn't. Now, I could break the access lock. Don't get me wrong. These Omega springs are flimsy as crap. But as far as the actual knife, the blade, the handle, again, I tried taking this to failure, and I just could not get there. And man, like I have zero complaints. It's just an absolutely amazing knife. The person this is going to is an absolutely amazing person, and I really hope you enjoy it, brother. Hope the price helped you out. I hope you just get all the enjoyment out of this thing that I did. And again, just give it time. It'll break in just so nice. But out of the box, again, not quite there, but it will get there. See, it's already starting to get there. That flick happened without, minimal wrist action. I don't have anything bad to say about this knife. So with all that being said, I love you guys very, very much. Thank you so much for your time, your subscriptions, your likes, your comments, your messages. The giveaways, like I keep running giveaways, and you guys keep throwing stuff into the giveaways on top of the giveaways, because you guys are just amazing. One thing I will say is that I've heard so many negative things about YouTube, about how there's always these bad people in the comment sections ragging on people. Man, I have not had that experience. So far, we're 200 subscribers in. I think 197 right now, so pretty close to that 200 mark. And I have just met friend after friend after friend after amazing damn person, man. Like, I have not had one bad experience at all since starting this channel, or at least stemming from this channel. And just thank you guys. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. If you'll do me this favor and try to forward this video and other videos out there to the world, because once I hit 500 subscribers, I got something crazy to really thank you guys. And I know at 200, going to 500 is a big jump. And I'm not trying to, to beg for subscribers or anything like that. But like, if you happen to get me there, I got something crazy. And I really cannot wait to show you guys, and just really from the bottom of my heart show my thanks, because I love you guys. I'm rambling because every time I talk about this community, I'm just overwhelmed by all the positive thoughts and experiences, and just how many good and great people there are. So again, I'm going to cut it here. Thank you for your time. I love you all so much. Please do me this favor, please, and just be nice to each other. There's too much negativity in the world. There's too many assholes. Don't be an asshole. Be a positive person. Love one another. Just be nice. It's not too much to ask for. We all deserve it. We all want to be someone to I can't talk. We all want someone to be nice to us. So be that person. Pass that along forward and watch it all return to you. As always, I love you all. I keep on saying it again, but god damn it, it's true. I love you all. Take care, and bye.